Hello, hello. Welcome to this new workout. Today is something called a 4x2. I love just to work in numbers. So you're going to do a series of 4 exercises. You're going to repeat it one time through again, and then we're going to move on to another set of 4 exercises, repeat that, and then we're done. So I've got a couple of different things. I am using 5-pound weights today. So I have 2 of them so that I want a 10-pound. I'm actually going to hold both of them together. And the other piece of equipment I have is a resistance loop. So you can find these on Amazon. You can find them at places like sporting goods stores. But if you don't have something like this, it might be something you want to consider putting in your arsenal of workout equipment. They come in different resistances. Sometimes they come in like a pack of 3 or 4, and they'll be like light, medium, heavy, heroic or something like that. So you can find something like this to use. If not, I'm going to show you the exercises that we are using this with the weight as well, so you can do it both ways if you don't have a loop. All right, and I am very cold right now, so I'm actually going to just leave my sweatshirt on while I warm up here, but I'm probably going to end up sweating not very long after I do this warm up with you guys. So I'll readjust if I have to, I guess. So let's take it back. Remember, just getting a nice swinging motion. Don't want to swing the back or the torso too much, just rotating the arms. I love just opening up the shoulders. And let's do a hug. Open and close. Good. All right, so some of these exercises today are agility, some of them are cardio, and some of them are strength. So I love to just put all of those things together to make it a full body blast workout in about 30 minutes or so. Good, so we're just taking that opposite knee to the opposite hand and give me a little twist side to side. Now just bring the torso into it. Good. Getting warmed up. Like I said, it's very cold today while I am filming this workout. So I'm just going to be really mindful about getting my body really nice and warmed up before I move around. I don't want to get injured or anything like that. So if you're working out and it's cold wherever you are, like it is with me right here, just make sure you really are getting your blood flowing and pumping through all the limbs of your body. Let's go ahead and do some jumping jacks right here. I'm just gonna, like I said, just warm up my body a little bit more. Let's get my cardio going. Keep breathing. Good. Here we go in 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the workout started. Go ahead and grab your weights, and I'll meet you right back here. So I decided for this one, I am going to hold both of my 5s. So I'm going to hold essentially 10 pounds together. But if you want to, you can hold an 8. You could hold a 5 by itself, whatever you want. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a torso rotation. So it's very important that when you do this, we're going to twist side to side. You're going to move that back foot, and you're going to lift off the heel right there and just have the foot planted on the ground. So I can give myself a little room. We're going to side shuffle, and I'm going to come down a little bit of a squat. So I'm going to go side shuffle. Now I'm going to twist to that side, pick up that heel, twist, and then side shuffle to the other side, twist, and in. So I got my legs in a little bit of a squat, and remember, I'm not throwing my back as I'm doing that twist. I'm using my legs to twist my body, and the weights are just adding a little extra resistance and a little momentum to you, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, we go side, shuffle, and twist. Side, shuffle, and twist. And side, shuffle, and twist. Side, shuffle. And this first round, we're just warming up the legs. So it's okay if you're not going super deep with them. Shuffle, and twist. Side, shuffle, and twist. We got 4, and twist. Side, shuffle, and 3. 2 more to go. Last one, and twist. Good, I'm already over here. I'm gonna put my weights down on that. Oh, you know what, actually, I'm gonna keep the weights. What am I doing? All right, so I'm gonna hold both weights, one in each hand for this. So I might change it up the second round, we'll see. So we're gonna go into a front lunge, then I'm gonna push off that back foot, bring it back together. Then I'm gonna go into a side lunge. My hands just frame my knee, step together. Then I'm gonna go into a back lunge, same leg, together, back to the side, and together. So whatever leg is moving, that's the one that moves all the way around in the little semicircle around your body the whole time, okay? So we have 5 all the way through. So front, side, back, side equals 1. So we're doing that 5 times, all right? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, bring it to the front, and together, and to the side, and together, and to the back, and together, back out to the side, and together. Good, back to the front, same leg, and together. So make sure when you're doing that side lunge, your butt's going back, you're feeling it in the glute, a little bit of a stretch in the inner thigh. This one, you want to make sure that that knee just hovers over the ground, right? It doesn't go all the way, you're not slamming my knee into the ground. It actually takes a lot more effort to just hover that knee about an inch off the ground or so. The weights are there to keep you weighted, but also to give you a little extra challenge so that you're not just swinging your body around, so that you're not, letting the weights control you. You're learning to control the weights, learning to keep that posture. One more time out to the side, this is it. Learning to keep that posture even when the weights feel like they want to take you side to side. All right, we're going to the other side. So opposite leg is moving, front, side, and back. Here we go. 5, 6, to the front, take it front and in. Remember, you're not leaning forward or backwards. My chest is up. Right here, I got a nice straight line in my shoulders. My butt's going back. Hovering that knee right over the floor. And side and up. There's 2, and front and in. So you're probably really thinking when you're going to the front with that lunge, like, man, that leg in the back is pulling me up. That feels like it's really working. Right there. That's where you're probably fighting a little bit, right? To get back out of that lunge. Back, up, side, together. I think we've got 2 more times through this. You can leave me a comment if I'm wrong. And back, together, and come back to the front last time. So again, you want to make sure that you're not lunging right on top of yourself. You want to have your feet about hip width apart as you're going forward and backwards in those lunges. All right, so I am going to ditch the weights and I'll meet you down on the ground. Okay, so we have got a push-up into a shoulder tap. And I think we've done a version of this before, but we're gonna make it a little bit harder today. Why not, right? So if you want to, remember, you can always do your push-ups in this position with your feet and your knees on the ground. But I really think you have earned it to challenge yourself to come into that full push-up. So I'm gonna show you here, you're gonna go push up. Now I'm gonna tap my hand on my shoulder and come back down. Push up, other hand tap, back down. So again, remember, if you feel like your hips are tick-tocking side to side, you may want to just bring your feet a little bit wider, right, in that position. So here we go. I'm gonna bring my feet out. We got 8 total. Down, up, shoulder tap, down. Down, up, shoulder tap, 2. Down, up, remember to breathe. Keep that gaze on the floor right in front of you. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Woo. All right. Awesome job. I I am actually going to grab my weights and flip back over. Okay, for this next one, you can grab one weight or you can hold both, however, depending on what size weight you got. So I'm going to come into a position called a dead bug. So you'll see why in just a moment. So my back is on the floor, my knees are up in the air, and I'm at like a tabletop position. And then my arms are going to come up to the top, right? So kind of like a bug on his back when it can't flip over. So I'm going to do a lat pullover. So my arms are going to come back, and they're going to come back up. So notice I didn't slam my weights to the ground and then come back up. It's nice, slow and control. Up. Then I'm going to bring one leg out, and then bring it back in. I'm going to go out and up, other leg, out and in. Join me now. Take it back and pull those arms up. Extend, in, and back, and up. Other leg, extend, and in, and down, and up. If you're having a problem with the extension, just dip the toe, right? Like we're dipping it in water, down, and in. But I really think you have earned it to go into that extension. Down, up, extend, and in. We got two more. Down, up, extend, and in. One more. Down, up, extend, and in. Whew. Very nice. All right, so we're going to go through all four of those exercises one more time. I'll meet you back up at the top. All right, so remember, I have got my 2 5s to hold 10 in place, and we're doing that side-to-side shuffle with the twist. Ready? Give yourself some room. Kind of scoot over to one side. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go here. Shuffle and twist and shuffle and twist. Remember, lifting that back heel, twisting off. It's almost a little bit of a lunge. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Don't let those weights pull you side to side. Let's do 2 more. 11 and 12. Woo, very good. All right, back to holding both of those weights. We got front, side, back, side, lunge. All right, so I'll show you from this side. Why not? Okay, so choose which leg is going to go first. Front side, back side. Here we go. Front, in, and side. Notice when I come to you, my back is nice and tall. Every time, not leaning forward except for on that side lunge, but it's still in a straight line. Okay? Don't let those weights toss you around. Show those weights who's boss, right? You are. Side and in. There's 2. Down, up, side, up, back. Get the head up. Be confident. Side and up, front, in, back, in. If you notice that you're feeling it in your knee or you're feeling a little less stable, remember, bring those feet out wide. They're not right on top of each other. Good. And back and side and in. Awesome. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Because we're going to the other side. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Take it front and in. Get nice and deep. Challenge yourself in that lunge. If you need to, you can tap the ground with that knee just to see how close you are, right? Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, where's the floor? Oh, right there. Right there. It's right there. Just hovering right over the ground. But you go to where you feel it working, and yet you feel a challenge, and yet you don't feel pain, right? There's a difference between the discomfort of a challenge and the discomfort of pain, right? But I'm pretty sure if you've been doing workouts with me for a while, you're pretty aware of that for yourself, right? Yeah, I think we got one more. Good, I'm talking the whole time. I feel like this is going by real quick for me. Back and up, good. I hope you guys listen to music while you do these workouts. It really is so much more fun. Let's come back down to the ground. And we've got that push-up with that shoulder tap. So I'm gonna do a few facing you so that you can see the position of my head a little bit here, right? So I'm not looking up at you. My head is looking straight down at the ground. Now my feet are wide apart. Here we go. Remember, you can always drop to the knees if you need to in that push-up. 5, 6. We only got 8. Take it down. Up, lift, and lower. So make sure on that push-up, you're not dipping your lower back. Keeping it nice and held. Don't take those hips side to side. Just a shoulder tap. 4 more to go. 4. Try to get those hands right underneath your shoulders. Down, up. 1 more. And down. Whew. Good. Do you feel like you can kind of keep yourself in that push-up position without wanting to slam those knees down to the ground right away? Sometimes that's a good way to tell your strength. All right, I'm gonna grab both weights, come back down to the ground. I'm in that dead bug. I am holding my weights together, guys. If you just have one weight, you can just hold one weight with 2 hands, right? No problem. So I'm gonna take that lat pull, up, extend that leg, back up. So if you feel this in your lower back and you still want to do the extension, you can extend your leg right up to the ceiling. So this is a little bit of pressure on the hip, and it might be a little bit of pressure on your lower back, okay? So the weights are actually there to counterbalance that. They will help you with that lower back, but I understand if that's a little bit too much for you. Remember, you could always do that extension up, or you could do that toe dip, right? Good. Down, up, extend. I don't know how many we did. Let's do 2 more. Why not? That's the last time through this. And down, up, extend, and in. Okay. We are coming back up to the top, and we've got a whole new set of exercises. Ready? Okay, so I am actually going to drop my weights for this one. And you're like, where are we using that resistance loop? It's coming up, okay, this round. So we're gonna go through a whole new set of 4 exercises, and then we're gonna repeat, and then you guys are done. So halfway through this workout, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so we're gonna go step together, step, then we're gonna take a knee up to the side. Then you're gonna step together, step, knee up to the side. So that's what your legs are doing, okay? So now with the legs, step together, step, side, step together, step, side. I am actually gonna bring my arms up overhead and just hold them there, okay? So I'm gonna go step together, step, pull, step together, step, pull. Good. So I'm taking that knee up and I'm bringing my elbow to my knee. I'm doing a little bit of a pull, kind of flexing that muscle. Good. Exhale. Good. This is just a little bit of cardio. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And if you felt like that was too easy, grab weights, right? Grab a 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pounds, 5 pound weights, whatever you want. In fact, I'm gonna actually do that on the next round. Okay, so I am going to show you this with a resistance loop. So this is where we're coming up with it, right? So I've got a sumo squat position. So remember, my feet are nice and wide, my toes are pointing to opposite ends of the room. I'm gonna hold the loop with both hands. Come back a little further so you can see my arms up overhead. And I'm going to bring it up overhead. Now, as I squat, by the way, my palms are facing each other, okay? I'm gonna stretch the band, and I'm gonna bring my arms behind, bring the band behind my head, and my arms are just coming down that lat pull, okay? So as I squat, boom, lat pull, and up. You should feel that resistance on that band. And 2, get nice and low in that squat, don't cheat me. 3, don't cheat yourself. And 4, and 5, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So if you're grabbing weights, you're doing the same motion with weights. 9, and 10. Woo, excellent job. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna actually just kind of toss that on the ground because we're gonna need it when we come down to the ground. All right, so the next one is a bear walk-in, walk-out. And bear position is basically where you're on all fours. We've done this before. You're on all fours, your hands are underneath your shoulders, and you're gonna tuck your feet under you and lift your knees off the ground just about an inch. So if your knees are hovering right over the ground, they're not here, right? This is some sort of weird version of down dog with bent knees. So you really want to get your knees closer to the ground. So we're basically just going to walk out into a plank and then walk into a bear, okay? Nothing too crazy here. 5, 6, lift the knees, take it out, out, in. So you want to make sure that your back is flat like a table, okay? So I go into my plank, out, out, in. If it gets to be too much, you can always just rest your knees for a second, get right back up, out, in. We got 2, and 1, and in, and in. Good. Drop the knees. We're going to flip it over. And this time, I am going to grab my resistance loop. So if you want to do this without anything, if you don't want to grab your weights yet for this, that's cool. You're going to come into a position here. It's called bow and arrow. I really love it. It's really fun. So I'm going to imagine like I'm going to shoot an arrow to one side. So you want to keep your back nice and tall. All right, my back is not curved. It's nice and tall. So boom, I'm going to shoot an arrow to you. Then I'm going to come back up. So as I'm doing that here, I'm going down and then back up. So this arm is not moving. I've got it around my thumb. I'm not even really twisting my abs, guys. Just going down and up. Like your target is moving a little bit. Like, boom, I gotta go under this like doorway or something to find you, right? We got 2, and 1, and in. Good. So remember, if you don't have that loop, I'm going to show you next time with the weights. It's similar. Okay, here we go. 5, 6. Show you on this side. Remember, you're pulling and up. And if you want to, you can look over that hand. Imagine like you're getting ready to strike something with that arrow. Down and up. So my back is nice and tall. And up. Down and up. So my arm is actually just a little bit in front of my body. And down and up. All right, bow and arrow crunch. I'm going to leave that resistance loop because I'm going to need it for round 2. Here we go. Last round of the workout. I'm going to meet you up at the top. Okay. So we got that side to the other side, knee raise. And I am actually going to hold my weights. I'm going to hold my fibers. Why not? So if you've got a 2 or a 3 pound, maybe that would be a little bit more comfortable for you. Or if you got 5s, go ahead. Go for it. Hold that 5. Okay, 5, 6. Make sure you're holding them right in front of your head. So you don't want them going behind you. They're just right in front of you. 3, and 4, and 5, 6. We're picking up the pace a little bit. 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 2 more. 11, and 12. Good. So I'm going to hold on to those weights. If you have a resistance loop and you want to do it with that again, you can do that. But I promised you I would show you what it looked like with the weights. So I'm going to come up. Here we go. Hit them up on top. And they are a little bit in front of my head, right? They're not way back here. They're not way up here. They're just, boom. I look up. They're right in front of me. 5, 6, 7. We're going to go squat and pull, push. So actually, if you're doing it with weights, you're still working your lats, but you are getting a little bit extra shoulder because you're pushing weights up over your head. So you're gonna feel it a little bit differently in your shoulders. That's okay. We're still working the legs. And up, let's do 2 more, come on. And 2, and 1. All right, all we got left is bear walks, bow and arrow crunch, and then we are cooling down. All right, I'm excited. Here we go. So let's come down to the ground, and I've got that bear position. So remember, my hands are underneath my shoulders, my knees are, I'm like on all fours, and then I'm just gonna lift my knees. Here we go, walk it out, take it out, out, in. So I just switched the leg that's walking. So remember, you don't wanna round your back or put your head down, you want your head looking right up over your fingertips, down, and in, and out, and in. We got 2 more, come on. Rest those knees, only for a second if you need to. Out, and in. Woo! Okay, so, I promised I would show you with weights. All right, let me grab my weights, just a second. All right, got them. So, we're gonna go into that bow and arrow. So, this one, you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna hold one weight out, other weight comes to it, you're just gonna pull that weight, okay? And up, and up, and up. And if you want to, you can just hold in that dip position right here, or if that's too much on your lower back, you can always hold it upright right here. You are still working your abs, I promise. Let's do 1 more, and down, good. So let's shift the weights to the other side, and I will show you on this side, and then we're all done, guys, and we get to cool down after this. So, yay, right? Okay, so bring that weight out, other one to it. Pull and down. So remember, as you pull, you can go into that lean position, or if you want, you can just keep your back nice and tall, right there. Or if you want that extra challenge, you can hold in that position. We got 2 more, I'm gonna hold it. And 1. Woo, very nice. I'm gonna keep those weights off to the side so that they don't get in my way. And let's just go ahead and take a nice stretch here. I'm just gonna come to the front, and my back is nice and tall. I got my hands, I'm gonna take them up over my head, and I'm gonna reach over towards my toes. If you can grab the tops of your toes if your shoes aren't too dirty. But remember, keep your back in a nice alignment. You don't want to hunch over forward. You want to keep it nice, elongated. Get a good stretch in your legs, back of your thighs. Feel this a little bit in your ankle. Good. Ooh, all right. Very nice. And let's come into a position here where we're in a seated crossover. And I'm going to take my arms to the front. Again, my back is just nice and neutral. I'm not totally hung over here, but I'm also not really arching my back. I'm just nice and neutral right here. Good. Nice. So, whatever leg is crossed in front, I want you to switch. Boom, right there. And then cross it over the other side. So, should be getting another little stretch on the back of the opposite hip. We always have that one side that we're a little bit more comfortable with that we always tend to go to first. So just challenging you to do things a little differently for yourself. All right, stay in this position because this is the one that's probably a little bit less comfortable for you. And we're gonna take one arm out. You're gonna take your arm up and over. So I've got my opposite hip is still on the ground, right? I'm not leaning over to the side. Both of my butt cheeks are on the ground right now. And I'm just nice and elongated. It's almost like my back is up against a wall. I'm just going side to side. So engage your abs right here and bring it up. Good, let's go to the other side. Just plant that hand on the floor, nice and gentle. And stretch it over to the side. Ah, very good. You've earned this cool down. That workout was tough. And you're definitely sweating, and it's very cold in here. So I hope you are also sweating. Good. All right, so let's take both of those hands and we're gonna come, just grab the top of the head and press it forward, just releasing some of the tension from the head and the neck. All right, very good. And let's take those arms up to the top. Just get a nice stretch up to the back. We're gonna flip it over here in just a second, but I just wanna get this all kind of worked out right here. Hands to the back and stretch the chest. Lifting up, stretching through the front of the shoulders. Good. All right, so come and meet me on all fours here. So we're gonna bring it into a child's pose. So rock it back and gently bring those arms all the way forward. Should feel really good in your lower back. Remember guys, as part of your core, when we work the core, we really do work the back muscles a lot. And part of your core is all in your trunk. So even these muscles here on the side, excuse me, of your obliques and in your back are all working when you stabilize your core. So it's very important to get all of those stretched out. All right, so plant the hands, bring the feet back into a plank, and we're gonna push up into a down dog right here. So if you want to, you can bring your feet a little bit wider. Remember, my head is in between my arms, just looking at the ground in front of me, and I'm trying to get my heels on the ground. If you can, it's okay. If not, no problem. We're just gonna walk the dog right here. So bend one knee, and bend the other, and bend, and bend. Good. All right, so let's transition back into a plank, a little bit challenging there. If you can, bring it down to a chaturanga. So lower to the ground, and then let's push into that nice cobra pose. Good. Whew. Okay, so engage the abs right here, and let's bring it into one more little stretch on the quads on the front of the leg. I'm just taking one leg forward. Good, nice stretch on the back of that hip. Ooh, got a lot of work in the legs of those lunges and squats today. And we're gonna switch, bring one knee down, other knee forward, just lean into it. Nice and easy right there. So guys, if you want to know more about where you can find those resistance loops, let me know. I can find them for you. I can send you a link to the ones that I love to purchase, the ones that are in my arsenal of goodies. And let me know what you thought about this workout and about the different equipment that we used today. All right, stay hydrated, stay playful, and have an awesome rest of your day.